energy following from yesterday's video, what's coming is having greater mental clarity and focus when you declutter your spaces, your thoughts, you pause, you zoom out, you rest, you surrender. And sometimes that just giving over to God and the universe and allowing and acceptance and letting go and not attaching or not pushing or forcing or having to have things be a certain way, that you come into trust and into certainty, that you can actually witness synchronicities ramp up and things click and fall into place and see more of what is for you make its way to you. And if you're a generator by human design, you may also experience your sacral response to whatever does come into your field, into your awareness, and to discern how it truly makes you feel in your body, that embodiment, that Virgo and energy of your intuition and following your intuition, that you may be following your intuition far more strongly and far more frequently than you may even be aware of, that this is just naturally unfolding and happening within you, is coming to me. And you get the sense of whether or not something feels it's bringing expansion or aliveness and giving you vitality, giving you opportunity, giving you something that's taking you in the direction of what gives you joy and what you know is your dharma in your heart and soul. The energy of Ace of Swords has come out in the tarot, which is mental clarity, intellectual decisiveness, and forward action with greater awareness, having taken a pause and surrender. And a great way to get greater clarity is to declutter. I really wanted to speak on this in this video. If you even have 4 or 5 items in your house, like whether that's in your wardrobe, it's in your kitchen, something in your bathroom, it's something that you can throw out, you can donate, you can give to someone else, you can gifts to someone, whatever it may be, you energetically create space for new energy to come in. And actually, if you follow being more of a minimalist and having less in your house, it actually benefits you in vibration and having less to clean, less to look at, less taking up space within your reality. And the reality, the environment that you're living in is a reflection of your own mental state, that everything that you see, it's consciousness. Everything that you're seeing in your reality has come from a thought, has come from consciousness, has been created. So what you see then has come from your imagination, has come from thoughts, has come from collective thoughts of what people have been envisioning and imagining. And if you declutter and free up some space in your environment, you're signaling to the universe that I'm open to receiving new, more expansive energies, or what's my next level here and now, and being open and prepared for fresh new beginnings, fresh new cycles, and fresh new energy coming in. It also can give you greater clarity and alignment if you spend some time even cleaning spaces and having angel card over here now is gratitude, tying that in, gratitude for your spaces. This is important also in terms of manifestation, because we can have fleeting moments and we can experience something momentarily. For instance, financially, if you receive some kind of windfall or some bonus and get excited about that, but then may find that dips down, it's spent or gone, circulated as somehow, and then wonder how you can manifest more money again. It's through having gratitude and appreciation throughout this whole process allows you to anchor in more of what you require and to sustain and maintain and to nurture it. And what you appreciate grows. So if you keep focusing attention on nurturing and caring for and appreciation and having gratitude for the things that you value and that matter most to you, then you're maintaining the frequency, you're anchoring it in, you're embodying and you're living it. You're not just accessing a fleeting moment or state or momentary instant gratification experience of something, yet you're fine-tuning your frequency to be an embodiment of always having that and better and expanding on that, because you're continuing to give your focused attention and energy to what you do appreciate, or you're seeing the appreciation of what you do have. And I mentioned to someone before how I used to do lots of gratitude journaling, and at times I do that in the morning as a practice. What had flipped somehow was doing a more active gratitude practice, in how I would set up the routine I have with feeding my cat in the morning and having appreciation for his food and for his bowl and where he's standing and the chair he's on, the home he's on, the fact that I bought the food, that I had the money to buy the food, that he's safe, that he's loved, that we had this connection. And it's almost like continuing to give appreciation to that, continuing to care for and be mindful of that energy. It is declaring, and not from a fearful state, but from a loving state of, I'm so grateful to have this, and I'm creating the continuation and the expansion of this. Much like how you pour into yourself when you do your mirror work and you go to the mirror and you do positive affirmations, and you're mindful, you're more conscious of how you're speaking to yourself and to your inner waters. And if you can get access to structured water, living water, like in fountains and so on, and have a glass bottle, glass being far better than bottled water and the microplastics and all of that to truly care for you. And the more you're making these conscious shifts and changes in, and I know my lip is still healing here at the moment, but having appreciation for these things, like, and thank you for this, clear living water, and blessing the water. And I know I've talked about this in previous videos, doing a gratitude ritual with water and even encoding positive energy into the water and drinking it and pouring it down into the body with gratitude and appreciation and presence and gratitude for your aliveness and giving gratitude to your beating heart. It is expanding your wellness, your well-being, your vitality, your health. You broadcasting your radiance, you start glowing and feeling vibrant, and you attract more of the resonance of those frequencies to you: vibrancy, expansion, appreciation, aliveness, joy, bliss, wonder. That I'm getting conductor, like allowing the conduit for these experiences and frequencies to flow through you in an abundance of joy and overflow and replenishment and nourishment and health and vitality and wellness and expansion and abundance and prosperity and success. Likewise, business wise, if you're pouring into creativity and creation, that you're nurturing it, you're watering it as your garden that you take care of. And it may be that through this pause of surrender, of sacrifice, of giving over to the divine and being obedient to your higher self, you may be receiving more messages lately on what you're truly being called to move forward with, and how you can continue to give gratitude and appreciation for that, being more decisive in your action steps, being more confident and certain of your direction as you're moving forward. Because as you're evolving in embodiment of higher frequencies, there's many pivots and changes and things that can shift as glitches in your reality, because your broadcast and your frequency, your inner transformational work is showing you changes in your environment. It's not anything to be alarmed or confused about. Your soul is never confused. Your soul knows exactly what is going on and is guiding you. It's the ego that feels fear, worry, doubt, confusion, hesitation, plays small, fears success, feels powerless, feels stuck, and all of these things. The soul has a knowing, the soul has certainty, the soul is infinite, the soul is powerful, the soul is whole and complete and divinely perfect right here, right now. That is the truth of who you really are. And as you embody more and more of that, yes, your reality will shift and change, because it's lining up to meet you at more of your greatness and shine. And there's a giving over to no longer allowing fear to hold you back from fully claiming and embodying and living that and sharing your voice and your truth and showing up and looking at those synchronicities, feeling them in your body. What is giving you a sense of greater aliveness? What do you know? You know in your intuition already. This is it for me. This is where I want to go. Even if it gives you a bit of fear and coinciding excitement. Like, this scares me and excites me at the same time. That's a sign that it's a future version of you that already exists and is calling you up to meet that version of you, which exists in the eternal now. So you can simply merge in quantum leap in being that version of you in the here and now, and feeling you can even journal and meditate on connecting to the energetics of that version of you which exists, the version of you that you love, admire, respect the most, and who whose reality you want to be creating and experiencing, how you reverse engineer to being that version of you. Yet, what energy is that person in? The person who already lives what it may be that you require and desire as your heaven and earth. They would not be running around frantic, for instance. They would have power. They would be in peace and harmony in their body. They would be fulfilled. They would be moving from overflow. They would be taking decisive action from already being stable and secure and certain and trusting and knowing. They would be in full appreciation of, I've made it, I did it, it's here, it's already mine, I'm successful, I'm helping so many people. This is amazing. I love my life. I love that I get to do this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate that I've been guided in this direction despite all the challenges and the struggles and the pain and the hardships and the physical aches and pains as my body was adjusting to recalibrate to this new frequency. Everything had to unfold perfectly in order to stretch me into my becoming. And even more is unfolding right here, right now. Are you with me? Are you feeling that? Sending you lots of love if you're really feeling that you're on that inner expansion journey, and if you feel that there's recalibration going on, that there's any purging from within you, purging of emotions, of any heaviness and density that gets lifted from your body, it comes up to the surface. So you can feel even aches and pains in your body. You can feel a dense lower vibration in emotional experience, and it's simply coming up and rising within you because you're witnessing, you're giving love and compassion and grace to it, you're holding space for it, and you're allowing it to be released. And this healing can be in a spiral, like it's not linear. We can make quantum leaps and shifts, yet we can revisit themes and aspects that we thought we had already dealt with. And the more we understand this process, the more we give love to it and awareness and compassion, the more we can follow the cycles of productivity and rest and surrender and trust and action and letting go and detaching. And it becomes more of a harmonious, flowing dance with trust in the universe and the cosmos, knowing that everything is rigged in your favor, it's all for your benefits, that you're in, and I've said this to clients and people who come on my courses, that you're not on a linear timeline in moving forward into some point in the future, yet on a frequency elevator, in which case you may not see where you're going. All you do know is that you're rising. And sometimes in the elevator, it can feel like a descent before you ascend again. But you can simply connect to that concept of, I'm in an elevator, so no matter what, I'm going up. I'm hearing the only way is up. I used to play that song. Spirit communicates with me a lot through music. Absolutely love that. And there's times I'm walking down the street and some tunes drop in, like some lyrics for me, like, this is the message for you right here, right now. This is the message of the day. Create a post about this or something. And I'll start laughing. And then we get people walking by me like, what the hell? She's just laughing out loud in the middle of the street. And I don't care. And it's like the age of Aquarius is really owning your little quirks and your weirdness and giving full love. This card is coming up. Okay, giving full love to it. We've got the card of taking risks. How how are you taking risks in following the call of your soul? It may completely defy logic. It may even go against the grain, go against systems. And we're out of Pluto in Capricorn, in Pluto in Aquarius, and this is innovation. Innovation within your energy, in your body, innovation in new ways of I'm hearing like dreaming up a new world and new ways of following your frequency rather than allowing the world to dominate you or dictate to you who you are to be and how you are to show up, but following what wants to emerge from you, from your heart and soul and creative expression. I'm in life path three. I mean, we're multidimensional beings, but this resonates with me a lot in being the artist, the creator, that you're here to be some visionary, communicator, to express, to create art. I mean, I love art, say painting, drawing, sketching. I was best in my class at art school, and my teacher invited me to go to art college. And you get stories of like, how are you going to earn a living from that? How are you going to make money? So like fast forward into the future, you become like a solopreneur doing energy healing sessions, getting an apartment, setting up a table, starting to advertise, starting from scratch, from nothing. You know, you quit work, you've left roles, you've like, I mean, this is what you're relying on people saying to you, well, how does that even work? And there's something in you that just knows. You take the risk and you know this, there's a calling from inside of me. I'm listening. I'm hearing, I'm listening, and I'm following my inner guidance. That's what the artist is here to do, the creator. What is coming to you in your creative expression? What do you see? What do you feel? What emotions do you want to express through your song, through your writing, through your dance, through your expression? And I love connecting with other creators and artists about this, and people who step in to do my Reiki courses, and I am going on about it again, can have a frequency upgrade in which their expression goes to a next level of what is more authentic, what is more truthful, what is more open, what is more heart centered, what is like truly from the heart, and what you can feel the shift and the change in the energy. You can feel the sense of greater authenticity, of greater truth, of greater beauty, of greater aliveness, of greater joy. You can feel the difference between when someone is operating from what they think they should do and from what they think other people want, which is not being just the expression of them, and people who are just expressing themselves from what they want to create and what they want to produce because it's giving them aliveness and vitality and joy and enthusiasm and appreciation, and they feel lit up by that in vitality and their energy, and that's magnetic. It's absolutely magnetic. I love connecting with people who want to go on that journey and to express even more and living from frequency. This is resonating with any of you. There've been some of you who have been following my videos for a while and who've been questioning, do I, don't I feel drawn to this energy, I'm open to it. You're very welcome to send me an email. My email is in the description box, but I'll drop it in if you want to connect with me to get more information on how this process works, what to expect, and so on, send you testimonials. So I'm going to read the description from Taking Risks. When you draw this card, it's time to step beyond your normal everyday life. Take some risks, face your fears, do things in a new and even unorthodox way. Listen more to your inner voice than to the voices and opinions of others. Rather than running from potential failure, embrace it. History has shown that those willing to face failure often succeed in a massive way later. And we have the eagle here, and the eagle is always going to see things from a higher perspective. And you can get this, I've seen this earlier, like as not today, but previously, and it's coming to me as an analogy to share that when flying low or on the ground, it can be attacked somehow or picked on by crows. Yet the eagle never retaliates. The eagle only rises higher and flies up higher into the sky, in which case the crows can only go so high until they fall off or break away because they can't go higher. They're breathing the air or whatever it is, the reason for that. And yet there's a knowing in the ego, like I can simply rise above this. I hold my own. I don't allow myself to be swayed or influenced. I don't need to fight back and things like that. I hold my peace and calm when I rise. And holding on to that rising within you in power, in truth, in beauty, in love for yourself, in how you take action makes you powerful, and you can break through limitations, break through any ceilings that you may have placed on yourself through subconscious programming, through the people that you interact with, any limitation that you're breaking through. This is definitely the energy of go bigger, of dream bigger, of follow even just what's coming to you, even if it seems to make no sense, even if it just makes you laugh, even if it just kind of seems nuts. But there's something in it that you can't help but wonder, but what if? But what if this would be amazing? What if this is going to be, what if there's something awesome on the other side of this? And there's your call to go do that and to be in full appreciation and gratitude for the journey. Finally, another thing I did want to talk about was whether or not you have a manifestation box or a vision board. It's very important when you intentionally set aside some time to do this practice to get clear in that clarity of what it is that you require and desire, what you're wanting, that you stop giving attention or energy to not having something. And I've seen someone else speak on this recently as well, so I'm not claiming it as my own idea. In vision boards, that vision boards can actually perpetuate energies of not having something. I want something and it's not here yet. And that can actually make you feel bad or make you feel depressed or make you feel like I'm still not good enough because it's not here now. And not to fall into that energy, but to have these things as being possibilities of being available to you and being a work in progress and knowing that it's already here, it's already done, that it's simply aligning and showing up perfectly in divine order, divine timing. And what if what's coming towards you is actually way beyond what you envisioned and imagined and what you think you want? Because the universe is always going to give you the magic that's in your heart. If you connect more to gratitude, if you connect more to appreciation, if you connect more to your wonder and your aliveness and your joy, you can allow yourself to remain open without having these things so much of like having specifics of what you want, and be open and receptive to what the universe wants to bring to you. And to say that as a mantra, I'm open to receiving divine abundance. I'm open and receptive to all the blessings that the universe would shower and pour down, rain down upon me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. I'm open and receptive to new opportunities and possibilities that expand me in ways that delight me in mind, body, soul, impact, connection, love, and my finances, and my home, and experiences that I get to have. Whatever it is, your word is your wand. So you make manifest. Yet the more open you are, the more you can allow the universe to bring you synchronicities where you can respond. You can respond by way of contrast, even to appreciate what you feel is not for you, because it's aligning you more with greater clarity on what it is you truly do want, helping you get even more crystal clear and more specific. And that's when your frequency can become even more congruent and coherent. And when your frequency is even more congruent and coherent with who you are and what you're here for, what you're alive for, and what makes you feel alive, and what you truly value, the more the mirror, the universe can match up to meet you as the resonance match, because we attract not what we want, but who we are. So how are you taking risks today to be more moving the needle forward and being the embodied version of who it is that you want to be, that's living and experiencing and sharing and creating and celebrating your heaven and earth, adding contribution to the world, using positive imagination and visualization, sharing beauty, sharing art, showing up, helping someone, in all the ways you can be a beautiful expression of your humanity and yourself. Let me know if this has resonated for you. There's still tickets to join me in Evolve, which is starting on the 15th of September. It's a 6-week program that goes from energetics, frequency fine tuning to how to hold your own and discern in times of challenges and obstacles. So you feel like you've mastered the sense of self-mastery within you, of anchoring in your own embodied energy, aligning with your unique value and gifts. And I've aspects of astrology here to look at, and quizzes on getting clearer on what it is that you value most, so you can align with that and you can delegate and say no to the things that are not bringing you joy, which truly allows your frequency to feel more enlightened. It's more on the higher up on the map of consciousness and feeling lighter in your energy, so that you're more receptive to what brings you greater light and love and harmony and joy. It makes you feel more alive. It makes you feel more your authentic self. And then embodying that and it's going to be unique to everybody who joins. Yet there's prompts, there's tasks, there's a whole workbook with exercises to take away so you can work on to make this uniquely yours. And I've got my own blueprint of things of what I discovered through my own journey and what was working and not working for me. But then also through working with my clients, what I had seen as repetitive patterns and things to turn this into wisdom that can help and support others with getting on that trajectory and creating more of this more blissful, harmonious, expansive, successful, prosperous reality for yourself where you show up in contribution and you feel so much fulfillment and aliveness and joy as you I've loved being here making this video, and do drop a comment if anything has resonated for you. And again, if there's something else you would like me to speak on in future videos so I can add value to whoever tunes in to receive this energy. Sending you lots of love again. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next one. Bye.